It is that time of year again. Oh, for the yearly channel update, the state of everything that's going on. So, over the last year, there's been a lot of stuff I've been able to implement, a lot of things that I probably didn't quite get to, and a lot of new things I explored. So, kind of going over some of the metrics first is YouTube has grown a little bit over the last year. So if I go and looking at the live count and I look at the last 306, well, 2024 as a whole. So it has grown to just over 1,200 since the beginning of the year. But where it started was kind of almost half of where it just under half, so like gained close to 500 subscribers over the course of a year and got fully monetized back in like July. So it's been a long road, but I'm kind of happy I'm there finally. It's just taking a bit longer to do some things than I was hoping. And I'm still trying to figure out what works, what I can do that I'm interested in, while at the same time trying to take advantage of the algorithm. But anyway. Oh, Rumble is kind of at a 52 mark. I don't remember where it was last year, but it was a lot smaller. Okay. And Rumble was kind of hit and miss with the way I was doing things, and so now I have to manually upload to there. And I'm just going over the like 4 main places that I upload videos to pretty much. So, yeah. Odyssey grew quite surprisingly. I think it close to doubled. Since I'm at 240 now, it kind of took a jump that surprised me, and I'd like to see it get to a point to where I can show up on the front screen. But anyway, that's a whole other thing for later. But yeah, 240 followers. I don't know what the views look like on streams. If I go and look at the creator analytics, for example, you can see I've got... I kind of do get views, but not a lot. Oh, yeah. Most viewed of all time. If I go to my uploads section, we can see, let's see, it doesn't show me the views there, but I am getting, sometimes I get more views on the alternate platforms each individually than I do on YouTube, which is very interesting. Because if I look at, say, let's go compare, and yeah, 10 subscribers on PeerTube overall on the main channel. I've still got to sort things out between everything. If I go and look at my public profile, I've got 30 subscribers there in the profile overall, which is up from where it was before, and up from where, and it grew since I completely botched my PeerTube install and had to reset it up. But yeah, let's see. So let's look at that. 57 views on that one. Let's see, 107 here. Let's see, Power School one got 37 there. And 38 here. So some of them are on par. Some of them, like I said, do go above the others. So if I go back to, let's look at videos, all videos. Oh my goodness, bro. Let's take a peek at, where's the Power School one? I don't know why you have to be so weird with it. Yeah, not every video does the same thing. So you can see Rumble's quite a bit lower, but yeah. And I do stream to Rumble, YouTube, Odyssey, PeerTube, and a couple others. So those metrics do come into play as well. For the views that I can see across like every stream, it looks like I'm getting sometimes close to 6 viewers at a time, which I'd like to see that grow a bit more, but it's a state of where things are at. And you can see that the VODs do get a few views as well and some likes. Unfortunately, some of the monetization seems to be turned off, but yeah. I've got to figure that one out and probably change some default settings if I want to take advantage of some of that, but that's neither here nor there. Oh, yeah, so that's everything on those ones, I think, for the most part. Like I said, I'm trying to get this line to get bigger. I've had peaks and valleys, and same thing with the live views over the last 48 hours. I'm trying to like get that to grow, and sometimes it's hard. I don't know what you guys always like, but it definitely helps when I see, where is it? When I see stuff like that, I'm gonna check out Twister OS. Oh, and this one makes me feel self-conscious. Let's see, River WM is great. Oh, and then this one like really gets it. Like, since I'm one of the only people that cares about your channel, all I have to say is thank you for being one of my inspirations on successful goals with technology and socialization. See that. That's peak right there. Let's see. Instagram. I see Instagram, like, I technically have one, but the number of times I look at it is non-existent. And then some people I have to get back to still. Anyway. Comments are wonderful. Thank you, people. I can close that out, I think, and get away with that. So next are the other two live streaming couple live streaming places. So Twitch, 482 followers. I think, what was it? Affiliate was 50 followers, so it's grown a lot over time, over the last 8 or some years, basically. And my views have gone up and down. Obviously, it seems like the VOD views get more views than the live, which makes sense, being as, sometimes you can't always catch it when I stream, which is fair. And that's probably why YouTube gets the views on the VODs as well, the way that they do. So if I go to the dashboard, I can see I've got some cool metrics here. Let's go to analytics overview. Let's take a peek at December. Now, let's change the date range to the entirety. Nope. Of the year. So yeah, 1.3 average viewers over the whole year, and I'm not gonna say why it's a minimum of 1, but anyway, only $1.50 in revenue. I mean, I'm not gonna be too miffed at that, honestly. It's probably mostly, yeah, ad revenue from people seeing ads, which is very small in everything. 18 new followers over the year of 2024. Man, it's been a toughie. So Kick is 26 followers. It was lower for a little bit. Obviously, there are some live streaming platforms I've kind of halfway dropped, and that's because it didn't seem like it was doing much, honestly. Let's see, more. There are a few views here and there from people. Thank you, people, for showing up. Let's see, achievements, revenue, channel. Yeah, that's about it. Twitch is obviously the one that I've had around for the longest, but it seems like it's the one that isn't doing as well as some of the others sometimes, because I sometimes get quite a few more chats. There are some regulars of you in the chat, though, on Twitch, and I appreciate that a lot, as I'm watching on IRC through Hex Chat. I can see who walks in and walks out of chat. It's just I don't point them out because I don't see... Sometimes people don't want to be noticed. But anyway. So yeah. that's the whole videos thing. The growth over the last year has been kind of slow in some respects. Some of them have been quicker. And I think even YouTube picked up after getting fully monetized. But yeah. So over the last year, I did accidentally nuke PeerTube and Pleroma because I nuked the entire SQL database on the server. I was able to restore PeerTube to an extent, but Pleroma I had to start all over with. And it's kind of interesting that I got 16 followers back. I think I had a few more last year, but it's not all bad, I guess. I got to clean up the timeline somewhat. Oh, if we can get that to grow once again and things like that, I'll have to add more stuff to the profile here. But I did find some people that I was following before, and PeerTube has kind of turned into a like shill board, honestly, somewhat with, yeah. Anyway, Pleroma exists. Let me double check the admin board. Let's see. Limits, front ends. I probably have to update it a little bit, but yeah. So you should be able to follow. You can follow here if you want to keep up to date on stuff. I'm trying to like stay as good as I was with it before. Sometimes it's a toughie. Other than that, on the X's, formerly Twitters, I'm kind of surprised I have this many, halfway surprised I have this many followers, but I think there was a little bit where my followers exceeded how many people I was following. I may switch things around and clear out some of the people that I'm following across like a couple different places, but that depends on things. I do have pro. You can see I have the blue check mark, and that's because I also want to monetize this as well. But anyway, I'm not quite there yet. So if you want to help me get monetized somewhere else that you're already paying for, go ahead and give me a follow here as well. And that will get me closer to that, golden number as well. So it would be lovely to have if I don't know how many of you pay for premium that are over on like the various different places, but yeah, more monetization helps a lot. There are some things that are going to take me away from doing stuff all the time or being able to focus, but I'll kind of get into some of that later. And somebody brought up GitHub a bit ago, and apparently there are 12 of you following my account for some reason, even though it's like hit or miss whether I do things on it. But yeah, so the last time I pushed something was in November. But you know what? I guess I can work better on that, honestly. I have shown off stuff on my GitHub before, so it's not too far-fetched to say how much it... Yeah, you get the idea. There are some things that I need to work on, like a couple of these that I need to put together from there, redo some of them because of the upstream projects that they're based on. And then some things I need to branch out better. And then obviously the SXMO memes. I'm looking at getting a PinePhone Pro, except it's not in the cards at the moment. And then I will probably check out that stuff again. But yeah. So content from before, I closed that out. What the heck? There's been a lot of stuff I've explored over the last year. From like different LLMs, AI stuff, and things like that. So I've shown off Flux, a couple different things. I've done various security related videos. YouTube's double posting for some reason. I don't know why. I'm still trying to figure out what's up, but it does it, I think, even in, was it ungoogled Chromium? It did it on me. So I've tried different browsers and whatnot, and it's still whatever. This one I double posted, I just deleted the other one. But some people are too lazy to let things, to just delete things and just make it private instead. Let's see, there was the Wi-Fi Pineapple Tetra Cloner, Duck Station News, all kinds of stuff. And I kind of want to go with the same stuff again. It's mostly stuff that I'm interested in. But I've also been looking at, if I go back over here, the inspiration tab where YouTube gives you like, oh, based on your videos and popular things, this is what people might find interesting. So that's why you see some of the stuff, a lot of stuff I am interested in. At the same time, I'm also looking at stuff that you'd be interested in. So I try to find that overlap. So you can see these 4 are very high interest. And I've got a list of things to go through and look at for different content ideas. But there's also the thing of me wanting to do some of the security stuff and mix that in as well. And sometimes that stuff doesn't always get as much traction as the others. So if I go back to the start over here. So like the Stalkerware series that I just finished up, it's in here somewhere. See, PowerSchool didn't get that much traction. Getting Windows games running on Linux got a little bit more traction. Let's see, the Arch Linux conversion story. That was one that came from the inspiration tab, which got quite a bit of traction on it. Oh, so the Stalkerware ones did. So the first one did quite well for that one. Let's see, where'd it go? Firefox versus Brave stuff did really well. Yeah, the Firefox and Brave series did really well. Where did that first one go? So yeah, the first one I think did better than all the rest of the ones in like the Stalkerware stuff. And Umu got a lot of traction as well, along with Olama and NeoVim. So I've also been experimenting with using LLMs for video titles. So if I pull up, let's see, pull up Olama. And then we go to our 6th one. So if I go through here, I don't know if it'll show up in history. It might not. So I've been giving prompts to different LLMs to get kind of some ideas on video titles that might get a little bit more better traction. So I've mixed some of those in here and there, and it's been kind of mixed results on some of them. So if some of the titles seem kind of weird, that's partially why. And in some cases, I mixed 2 ideas from the LLMs together to get a video title that somewhat worked, but still didn't get as much traction as I was hoping. But yeah, I plan on doing a lot more security stuff still and things like that. Now, one of the goals that I have for this year is to get past that 2,000 subscriber mark on YouTube. It was 500 over. It's kind of been growing, the amount of growth that happens, but it feels like it's kind of going slow right now at the start of the year. And it could be just the time of year and things like that are doing it. But I've watched it teeter around 1,200 for like since the beginning of the year, the first of the month. So I still see getting to 2,000 as very possible, since I think, I passed up 1,200 by the end of 2024. And then on Odyssey as well, I would like to see that get up to 500. I'm still working on doing better in the engagement part on my end, so I apologize for that. Sometimes I miss things or there's a day where I don't check everything because I'm busy. And that's the other thing, is some of the new things that I'm going to be working into is working also as a field tech. there are going to be a lot more stories that I'm going to be able to tell that will get mixed in with all the other content. So like stuff about stuff on jobs that I take and things like that. And hopefully that will drive a little bit more engagement and things like that I'm hoping. So like I said, I do plan on doing a lot of the same stuff that it interests me. So you'll see like the gaming stuff, the electronics modding stuff. Streams will probably follow the same way. Mostly games that I'm interested in. And then again, when security stuff pops up that I'm interested in, you'll see that pop in as well. It's just going to be the way it's going to turn out to be. So, yeah, I'm hoping for a good year. I hope you all are looking forward to a new year. Based on the analytics on YouTube, there's I think 95% of people that watch my channel that haven't subscribed. Yeah. 95. So, if you're in that 95% and you sub to my channel, that'll help me get closer to that 2,000 mark. I would appreciate that a lot. Okay, so now, let's see. I've gone over that. I can get rid of that. So I do have a couple other places for chatting set up. I do have Discord set up. It's kind of like hit and miss here. It's kind of slow right now with the number of people that are on, but it is growing. It's grown over the last little bit. I can go into the introductions here and you can see a lot of the different people that have shown up over the last year. Let's see, I think some of them have left. Some of them have come from different projects that I've done videos on. So, yeah, again, I'm not perfect at the whole thing. And, yeah. Oh, I forgot. I do have a Patreon set up. I've put the plugin for a couple different times. I don't want to do it every video, but I'm kind of sprinkling it in here and there to hopefully drive traffic to it so that in addition to the field tech stuff that I'm doing and a couple of the other things, this can generate revenue as well so that I've kind of got like a multifaceted income source, basically. But yeah, I post video announcements up here, stream announcements go up here. So if you want a place that's easier to follow a lot of the stuff, where you can for sure get the announcements, then this is the place to go to. Let's see. And then, yeah, I've got a lot of channels from the fair number of years that I've been since I've started streaming and all the other projects that I've done. So in addition to that, I do have Telegram and Signal group chats set up, and I believe those are linked down in the description with everything else. And I have to redo the subscription block that I've put together. And I might do a video on how I work that, but yeah, if I go to here, it's the whole subscription block. I haven't quite edited everything out on it, but there's some things that I haven't touched in a while that are there that probably might get deleted. Some other streaming sites that might get cleared out. And web hosting stuff, if you're interested in that, Frantech does have, or, well, BuyVM now has NameCrane as a provider for your domain name needs, and I'll probably need to mix that in eventually. So yeah, Signal's here. There's 2 lowly members of us in the Signal group chat. So if you want to join the Signal, people have come and gone a couple different times. But if you want to, yeah. If you want another place that isn't Discord to chat, Signal's an option, Telegram's an option. I do have an XMPP server set up, and I've been really bad at using it, so again, forgive me for that one. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I would like to implement as well on the VPS that I've looked at, and like a rocket chat. or Revolt. Yeah, Revolt. Gosh. Which would allow for me to self-host my own Discord-like chat server. And if you're interested in something like that, the Patreon, buying web hosting through my affiliate links and things like that are listed there, definitely helps me get the revenue so that I can pay for a separate server or a upgrade to a beefier server and expand storage so that I can support that. So if you're interested in things like that and helping me do that, support links down below. And that is the state of everything and the goals that I have for this year. If you liked the content, if you enjoyed it, if you think I deserve it, like, comment, subscribe, leave any criticisms you have or what have you. I appreciate it. Feed that algorithm, like I said, and I will see you guys in the next one.